Hi Connelly Clan fam! So it is the end of our month grocery haul time, and we have a little bit of everything going on this month. We were really trying hard to eat healthy, but then we had Thanksgiving and 3 birthdays this month, and we just kind of got off track. So you're going to see a little bit of healthy eating, a little bit of simple eating, a little bit of inexpensive eating, and it's just a month full of everything. Here is our second week of November HEB order. So I'm starting here with breakfast. We're making yogurt again. We make that about once a week. So I've got 2 Fairlife milks. I've got 2 sweetened condensed milks. They were out of my strawberries, but I got the berry trio. And then we are going to try something fun with them this time, and we are doing yogurt splits. So some of those bananas there will go for the yogurt splits. So that sounds really good. The kids, I think, will really like that. And then I've got 2 cartons of 18 eggs here. So that is to make eggs and toast and sausage, but my sausage is missing here, and that is because they put down that they gave it to me, but I did not get it. So I'm going to have to give them a call. I'm actually missing a few items that they said they gave to me, but I didn't get. So eggs and sausage and toast, yogurt back there. We're also going to have oatmeal. So I've got a gallon of milk and the old-fashioned oats. We usually do brown sugar and cinnamon in that, and I already have that. We're going to do some breakfast bombs. So some of those eggs there will go into our breakfast bombs. We already have all the stuff that we need to make our dough. But I do usually buy extras of those. We are going to make for Jade's birthday, which is coming up here real soon. We're making honey banana toast. That's what she asked for. So it is not something we've ever had. It was a new recipe that she wanted to try. So some of those bananas will also go for the honey banana toast. I got 5 loaves of bread there, so hopefully that will get us through with the eggs and toast and then the toast for her birthday. Also for a breakfast, we are going to have apple muffins. So I will use the applesauce is in there, and the pecans go on the top of it, which sound really yummy. And then I think some cinnamon and stuff go in there, which I already have that. And so that will be a breakfast. It is a new breakfast for us. We have never made it. We usually make coconut bread. Emma's going to make that instead this time, and we'll see what we think about that. But I think it sounds really yummy. Bagels, just for one of those days where we're running behind and we need something easy. We already have the cream cheese. So plain bagels and blueberry bagels. I've got 1 of each of those. And then last for our breakfast is the sheet pan pancakes, which the kids really liked last time, and we're going to try it again. So I have everything to make those, but I have strawberry jam, grape jam that we could put on those. I've got chocolate chips we could put in those, and the kids really like those fun things that we put in them. On to our lunches. Now, I told you before that the kids were helping me pick things, and so one of the kids picked peanut butter and jelly wraps, I think is what it was. Not super healthy. I probably won't have those, but there was a fun recipe on there on Pinterest that we picked, or that she picked. So we've got the peanut butter back there. That's just an extra because we do have one in the cupboard. We'll use some of those jellies there. We have the tortillas. I actually think too that they have bananas in them. So there's the bananas there. That is why we have so many of those. And then we've got the 50-pack of the fajita tortillas. So we'll use those. And I got a 50-pack because I have a couple things that will take those. Like one of the other things that we're going to have is turkey club wraps. So I've got the oven roasted turkey breast there. I've got 2 different kinds of cheeses, the mild cheddar and the provolone cheese. And that could go in the wraps. I've already have the bacon in the freezer, so that's good. We will use some of this lettuce here to go in the wraps. And also, I really like tomatoes. Sean likes tomatoes. I don't really have many kids that like tomatoes, but we will for sure eat those tomatoes. So we will have the turkey wraps, and then we did this already, buffalo chicken wraps. We had those a couple days ago. It was on my list. I already had the stuff. Same thing with the ham and cheese croissant bake. We haven't had that yet, but I already had the stuff in the fridge. We ate leftovers a couple days last week, and so I still have some of those lunches left, which I like when that happens. Also, taco salad. I thought one of the kids sent me a taco salad recipe. I love taco salad, and I thought that would be really fun to make for a lunch. So I've got lettuce there. I've got the ground beef to make the taco meat. And then we have some of the stuff in the fridge that we'll use on that. And some of it will come from a dinner leftovers that we're going to make. So I will show you guys that in a little bit. And then over here for Jade's lunch for her birthday, she picked meat and cheese fruit kebabs. So I've got the apples there that will go on. The pineapple, I thought this was a bigger bag. I'm going to have to I'll probably grab a fresh pineapple, but I didn't want it to go bad. So I will probably pick that up like maybe the day of her birthday. So we'll use pineapple, apples, Black Forest ham, and then I got these cheese cubes, which are fun. So I've got the mild cheddar, and then the kids' favorite cheese is Colby Jack. So I got the Colby Jack cubes. And so the only thing that I need that I don't have are skewers. So I will have to look. I thought we had some. I'll have to look in the cupboard. But if we don't, I will go ahead and get some skewers. Now, you have to have chips to go with your wraps and things like that. So I did buy some chips. One of the new favorites is our loaded baked potato chips. I've got 2 of the sour cream and onion chips, and then 1 of just the regular wavy chips. And then you're probably like, Raya, you're missing a lunch. And one of the lunches we're going to do is just ramen, because sometimes, like I've said before, we just need an easy day. And so we're going to just do ramen cups, or actually we tend to have a lot of leftovers. Sometimes we do, and then sometimes we just don't. And it's hard for me to guess. So if we have leftovers, we could do those instead of the ramen, if a kid prefers some of our leftovers. All right, over here, these are our dinners. So for one of our dinners is just spaghetti. I've got 3 jars of the spaghetti sauce. I got the tomato, onion, and garlic. That seems to be the kids' favorite. I did try a different one time, and they did not like the sauce. So I stick with that. And then I've got 2 boxes of the spaghetti noodles here. And so we will make spaghetti for one of the nights. And then this is what Jade requested for her birthday dinner. So she loves the Cajun skillet. It's a sheet pan dinner. So we take zucchini. I've got 2 zucchini there. I've got asparagus. I've got the grilled chicken breast here. I've got the cooked shrimp, just the real extra small ones that we throw in there. Also, we put broccoli in there. And then I've got the smoked sausage. I got 2 different kinds. One is the regular, and then one is the jalapeno cheddar. If you can't tell, we do 2 different sheet pans, and so I'll put like one of the smoked sausage, the regular, in one side of the pan, or in one pan, and then the jalapeno one in the other pan, and then kids can pick which one they prefer. And then we also put sweet peppers in there. So this is for our Cajun skillet. I already have the Cajun seasoning that goes in that, and then all the seasonings like salt, pepper, things like that. So that will be to make the Cajun skillet. Over here next, I have the bacon bits there, and the baked potatoes, and the 2 cans of chili. And that right there is to make baked potato bar. It's really simple. The kids love it. And so that's always a good dinner, I feel like. We should probably have that once a week too, but I don't want them to get sick of it. So we will usually do that like once every other week. Got the chicken back there, and that is where my wraps come in again, because I need to make, they are called chicken cordon bleu quesadillas. And I'm going to switch up the recipe just a little bit, because some of the kids I don't think will like everything that goes in that, but I'm going to make my own version of that. So I had pretty much everything I needed except for the chicken. So we are going to try that along with those wraps that I had on the lunch section. Then, okay, this is one of the other things I'm missing. So you see this ginormous bag of French fries here. We're going to do chicken nuggets and French fries one night for an easy dinner. But my 2 bags of chicken nuggets are missing. So I'm going to have to make a phone call to them and find out where my stuff went. They probably just lost a bag off the cart or something. Okay, here is a new dinner. It's a healthy one. It's something one of the kids sent me. It's like, I think it's a Whole30 recipe. It is called creamy chicken potato casserole. There is the chicken breast, or the chicken tenders that we use. I always love using the chicken tenders. I don't know why. I started using them a long time ago, and I just fell in love with using them. I got chicken broth, coconut milk, and nutritional yeast. That all goes in there. And then some of these potatoes right here, we will borrow for this meal as well. Then one of our absolute favorites is the loaded nachos. Now, I heard somebody saying the other day on a YouTube video I was watching that they don't ever make their nachos in the oven. And we never did either until about a month ago. And I found a recipe on Pinterest that called for baking them in the oven. And I thought, that's interesting. Let's try it. So we did, and we love it. So I've got the bag of shredded cheddar there, 32-ounce bag. That will be for this meal and then anything else we need it for. I got the ground beef there. I've got the guacamole. I've got the sliced olives, the black beans. I've got the salsa back there. We got mild this time. The medium was just a little too much for some of the kids, and Sean didn't really like it. So we got mild this time. Ooh, the pickled jalapeno peppers, and some of the kids love those, and they were begging me to buy them again. So there they are. Those are for the nachos. I got 3 bags of the party-sized chips. We will use probably 1 or 2 of those, probably 2 of them for our nachos, and then 1 bag will be just for snacking on. And then our gourmet nacho cheese. This is my favorite nacho cheese ever. It tastes like the movies to me, like the movie theater nacho cheese. So we are using that on our nachos as well. Now that is our dinners, and so I am going to move on here. I've got a bag of apples for snack, and I didn't get anything else for snacks. I know the kids were wanting some vanilla wafers and things like that. So I'm missing my oranges though. That is the other thing I'm missing. So I was missing chicken nuggets, I was missing sausage, and I'm missing oranges. So that was the last thing though that was missing out of my stuff. And then the sour cream, I've got 3 large sour creams and 1 small sour cream. We use sour cream in like everything, and so I got a lot. We ran out last week. So, and the small little one here is to make my ranch dip that I absolutely love. So I got that one for me. I've got some condiments here, ranch, honey mustard, and 2 large ketchups. We're all out. 1 will go in the backup cupboard, 1 will go in the fridge. Baking powder, that's just an extra so we don't run out. Our double zipper sandwich bags, they were almost gone, and we use those for a lot of things. Not just making sandwiches, but sometimes for helping just to keep things organized, we will use these. Also, I got this ginormous bag of sugar back here. It's a 10-pound bag of sugar. We had just about run out, and we can't have that in this house. So I got that. I looked for a big bag of the flour. They did not have a big bag of the flour, but I do want to do a Sam's run here soon. It's like a 45 to 50-minute drive, so that kind of has to be a little bit more planned. I got extra baby wipes. We're almost out, and extra vanilla for the cupboard. I got some Compound W there. We need that for a couple of the kids. A mango. This was a request by Emma. She loves mangoes, and every once in a while she will ask me if I will get her one. So I got that for her. I've got the quick rise yeast. That is to make all of that dough that we make all the time. And they did not have a jar of the quick rise, so I went ahead and just got 3 of the little mini packets. Now, I will probably look for that at Sam's Club because we use the yeast all the time. And then last is my jugs of water here. So I got 3 distilled waters, and that is what we use to put in baby Logan's bottles. Okay. Not last, I guess, because over here I do have a couple things on the floor. I've got the Kleenexes, and I also have the toilet paper. And then I did go and run to Walmart quick. We were all out of dog food. So this dog food is from Walmart, but that will be included in my total. All of this right here for our second week of November was $418.75. Sean and I ran into Beeville today just to grab a few things real quick because we are making some candy and we needed some items for that. So, and then you always get sidetracked and you buy more things. So that's what I did. I got some citric acid. This is for one of the candies we're making. I got some cocoa powder. This is for Jade's cake we're making. Her birthday is coming up next week. We got 3 bags of powdered sugar. I've got some semi-sweet chocolate chips. Some candy flavoring. I got strawberry, grape, and watermelon in here. I think that will be good. We've got some vanilla extract and some peppermint extract. These are for Jade's kebabs that she wanted. I saw these in the candy making aisle, and so I went ahead and picked up those for her kebabs. I've got parchment paper back there, wax paper, some unsalted butter. I've got 2 of those. I know we're going to need those for some upcoming things we're making. And one of the candies called for some butter too. I've got the Jellos. Now, I normally buy the off-brand, but I grabbed this accidentally. But it's interesting how much more name brand stuff is. These were like 82 cents, and these were like I swear like $1.80 or something like that. So almost $1 more. I got cherry, orange, lime, and strawberry. Evaporated milk, 2 cans. Gelatin, I got a lot of that because these candies are calling for gelatin, which is interesting. That is also what's in marshmallows. So I've got 7 boxes of the Knox gelatin. I've got coconut flakes because Emma keeps begging me for coconut flakes because she wants to make her coconut bread. So we were trying, I thought we should take a break from it, but I went ahead and bought it anyways for her. And then I've got the whole wheat flour. This right here is for making dog treats. And we didn't have it last time, so I got some of that to make sure we have it. We should probably be making some dog treats here really soon. Vanilla caramel creamer for our morning coffees. I'm trying to drink more of that and less energy drinks. Shortening for the candy, and then we were almost out of our olive oil spray. So I went ahead and got another one. Then last are these Propels here. Now, the reason we are getting these, and these are similar to the Liquid IV packets, but these don't have any, like bad additives, and the Liquid IV might not either, but these were cheaper. And we are using them right now really to flavor our water because our well water we are not used to. The kids do not like drinking it. And so we're having them add just a little tiny bit of this in their water, and it helps them so they will drink more water. This right here cost me $104.57. We are on week 3 of November's groceries, and there they are, and it's not much. I am actually going to show you our Thanksgiving stuff separate. So this is for the week for all the stuff we have going on that is not Thanksgiving, and I really tried to shop light this time because I knew we would have a big feast for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to start here with breakfast. I've got the eggs. I've got 3 dozen eggs, and I've got some sausage here, some sausage links. We will have eggs on probably 2 or 3 different days. Sometimes we do them scrambled, sometimes we do them over easy, sometimes we do breakfast bombs, sometimes we do breakfast burritos, sometimes we do breakfast quesadillas. We do all kinds of things with our eggs, and sometimes it depends on what's in our cupboard too. If we have some tortillas to get rid of, we can do quesadillas. And so I always like trying to use what I have. So that will be probably, let's say, 3 days of breakfast. And then I've got the old-fashioned oats back there. We will have oatmeal one of those days, and I need this milk here because it takes 10 cups of milk to do 1 batch of oatmeal for our whole family. And sometimes that old-fashioned oats right there is only enough to do like 1.5 servings. So I do have some other oats up in my cupboard that are open, and we will use those to make up the difference. Now, this week is not only our Thanksgiving week, but it is also Jade's birthday week. Her birthday is tomorrow. Now, I did buy a bunch of stuff last week for her birthday, so I was planning ahead just in case I didn't get to the grocery store. But here's what she wanted for her breakfast. She wants toast with bananas and honey. And she saw that recipe on Pinterest and sent it to me. So there is the honey. And I did buy bananas last week, but if you can believe it, they are already gone. So I've got 3 bunches here, 1, 2, and 3 of bananas. That will be to go on the toast. And then Christian loves bananas. He could eat like 3 a day. And so we do a lot of times let him have those for snack. Now that brown sugar, I have some in the cupboard. That will be to go in our oatmeal. The kids like the brown sugar and cinnamon oatmeal. So we will use that just as a backup. Now, for our other breakfast, because that right there is all you see for what I had to buy for breakfast. We are going to do some sheet pan pancakes. I already have the stuff for that. We are going to do some apple cinnamon bread. I already have the stuff for that. So for breakfast this week, we are using a lot of things that we have already in our pantry, which I love because that helped me save some money then, because our Thanksgiving stuff, you know, always costs a little bit extra because we have this big, large feast and we do have a lot of people. So I like when I can save a little bit of money on things. Lunches, same thing. We're eating light this week. So I have the bologna there, 2 packs of bologna. And if you can believe it, I do have, I think, 3 loaves of bread, maybe 4 loaves of bread still in my cupboard, and so we will use that bread up for sandwiches. We'll probably do some PB&J sandwiches on one day. We haven't had those in a while. And I already have the stuff for that. We will have the cheese right here will go with our sandwiches, so like our bologna sandwiches. I've got the cheddar cheese, I've got the Colby Jack cheese, I've got the provolone cheese, and then I've got what I call the cheap cheese, and that are the singles right there that some of the kids prefer to have instead of this stuff. Now, mac and cheese will be another lunch that we have. Now, I thought those were the big boxes. I thought I was getting 3 large boxes. So when we run into town, I'll probably have to grab 3 more of those. It does take 6 boxes, sometimes 5, but I always try to make 6 just in case they're really hungry that day, because it kind of goes in between 5 and 6 boxes. So that will be for a lunch. I've got some lettuce here so I can have a salad, or Sean can have a salad. Sometimes the kids like to have salad, so we could have that as an option if somebody doesn't like something. Also, we're gonna just do ramen on one day. I already have that in the cupboard. So that will probably be one of those days where I'm doing a lot of organizing, and if you saw in my pan shot, I have a bunch of clothes over here. We are organizing and going through clothes and getting rid of as much things as we can, and so it is nice to have easy days when you're doing a lot of work like that, so that way it doesn't take up so much time to make. Last is what Jade chose for her birthday lunch, and that was ham cheese fruit kebabs. So I did buy some of the stuff last week, but I had some people get into that stuff, and so I had to replenish. So I have some Black Forest ham there. I think I already have some turkey in the fridge, and I'm not sure if I have anything else in there. I think we'll do turkey and ham. Here are the cheese cubes. I got 2 different kinds, the Colby Monterey Jack and the mild cheddar. That goes on there on the little kebab sticks. Pineapple goes on those fruit meat cheese kebabs. So I do have some frozen pineapple in the freezer, but I got a fresh one as well to use. And then it takes apples. I have 2 3-pound bags of apples. I probably won't need all of that, but the rest of them we will just use for a snack with our other fruit. Now here are just some things I randomly bought just to have in the freezer. These could be for lunches if we needed. This could be for extra dinners if we needed. So I kind of have them in the middle here. So I've got these chicken taquitos. The kids love the taquitos. I've got pizza rolls. I have tortellini. I have a couple kids that just absolutely love tortellini, and then a lot of them that hate tortellini. So I bought just a small bag of that. And then one of our dinners for this week is going to be homemade pizza. So we've got the 3 bags of the pepperoni slices and the large bag of the mozzarella shredded cheese. Then over here, this right here represents Jade's dinner that she wanted. I got everything else I needed last week. So we have the shrimp, and it is called a Cajun sheet pan dinner, or Cajun skillet sheet pan dinner, or something like that. So it has the shrimp on it. It has the grilled chicken on it. It has smoked sausage. It has lots of veggies on it. We have sweet peppers. We have zucchini. We have broccoli. So we will be making 2 pans of that, and the kids love that. But that is what Jade asked for her birthday. And then we have some bean and cheese burritos. So I've got the large bag of the mild cheddar shredded, and we use that on all kinds of things. There are the tortillas, and then here's some sour cream if anybody wants some sour cream on theirs. So we will have bean and cheese burritos for one night. And then I had this on my list like a couple weeks ago, and we ended up not having it. But I have cream of chicken soup. I have some mashed potatoes that are instant. I have 2 bags, and actually I bought a large, huge box of them, but they were all out. And so they substituted these, which is definitely not enough for our family. But I will have to check at the other H-E-B and see if maybe they have a box of them. So we will have the cream of chicken as our gravy, and we have chicken and mashed potatoes for one night. We also have stuff for creamy chicken potato casserole. We have not had that yet. Right here we're going to have baked potato bar. I had everything I needed but the potatoes. And I did buy some extra cans of the nacho cheese there. So 2 cans of the nacho cheese. A lot of times we'll do chili cheese baked potatoes, but we already have bacon bits. We have like the sour cream down there. We have some of the kids like barbecue on it. So we have a lot of the things that already go on the baked potato bar. I've got the chips here just as a backup. If we wanted to have nachos, we could do that. If we wanted to have those as a lunch, sometimes the kids like the chips and cheese as a lunch, we could do that too. So I've got a lot of different options here that are just very simple items. So let's see, what else am I mixing? Oh, Thanksgiving, of course, which will be coming up next. So those will be our dinners for the week. Now, over here I have some snacks, applesauce. The kids have been wanting applesauce. I've got carrots. The kids love having carrots. I've got the mandarin oranges. We'll use the rest of those apples over there. I might grab some breakfast bars. We are just about out of our breakfast bars when I go and grab a couple of those other random items I am missing. Then I've got just some condiments back here, honey mustard, French dressing. We just ran out of that. The Worcestershire, that is for one of our meals. I've got red wine vinegar. We have been wanting that for our Italian sandwiches to do oil and vinegar on them, and I did not have that type of vinegar. So I got some of that. There's the olive oil. I bought a large one this time because we use that for a lot of our baking. I've got the vanilla here because we always buy one of those each week. We go through a lot of vanilla with the baking we do. The onion powder, we went to use some of that to make some taco seasoning, some homemade taco seasoning, and I was like all out. So I used some minced onion, which actually worked really well. The kids loved the taco seasoning this time. But since I was out of that, I went ahead and bought a large one of those. These little snack pack things, a unicorn, they came free with something. So it was like a coupon. If you buy something, you get these free. So I was already buying it, so I went ahead and grabbed those. Then here's what Jade chose for her birthday ice cream. So she loves peanut butter cups. So I got peanut butter cup. What she really wanted was butterscotch. They did not have butterscotch ice cream. So we got the peanut butter cup instead. The caramel pecan turtle. I got that because I thought, oh, that would be a replacement for butterscotch. I know it's not the same thing, but I thought that sounded really good. And then she also wanted some ice cream sandwiches. So I went ahead and grabbed 12 of those. Now, last couple things are baby water back there that we fill up our bottles. And then this True Grit multi-purpose cleaner. That was another freebie. So it was a coupon. I clipped it and I got one of those for free. Now, last two items here are the paper towel rolls and the toilet paper. But let's move on to Thanksgiving. Starting here with our appetizers. So I did get two different kinds of pickles. I've got the dill pickles and the sweet pickles. We have some kids that like both or don't like one over the other. So I've got both kinds. I've got a bunch of olives. The kids love to get into the olives on our appetizer trays. So that I remember when I was a kid, I used to put them on my fingers and I used to pretend they were my fingertips. And I know that sounds disgusting now that I'm an adult, but I did do that when I was a kid, and I had so much fun with my cousins doing that. Then we also have some cranberry sauce here that we will put out. Not very many of the kids like that, but I do have a couple that have asked for that. I have some tomatoes. We'll do like a veggie tray. So I've got tomatoes, I've got celery, I have broccoli, and I have the cucumbers. I already have some sour cream in the fridge, and we will make our ranch dip. I make that a lot for my veggies, just even when it's not holidays, but I love having that with our holidays as well. So we will make some of that up. Then starting with our main feast for Thanksgiving, and that is turkey. So you're actually only allowed to buy one turkey. I can't believe that. But I was able to get two of them because they were completely different kinds. So with our big family, we have to have two turkeys to be able to get through a Thanksgiving. So we have two large, very large turkeys. I think one is 14 pounds and one might be 18 pounds, I think. And then I've got a sour cream here because the sour cream and the butter go in our mashed potatoes I'm going to homemade. So every Thanksgiving, I always make sure to make homemade mashed potatoes. Those are my absolute favorite. I could eat them for probably every day for a meal. But I also make homemade gravy, and Sean's grandma taught me how to make homemade gravy. My grandma used to make really good gravy as well. Now you see this jar of gravy here, and this is a backup. I always buy a backup just in case it doesn't turn out, just in case we need extra, or just in case the kids would rather have this kind instead. But I do make a homemade gravy, and I absolutely love the gravy. So the unsalted butter and the sour cream, I do put in my mashed potatoes when I am whipping them up. But the butter also, Jade wants to make some rolls, and if we have time, we will do some homemade rolls. I thought that would be fun, but we've got to be able to fit it in, and maybe we'll even make them the day before. Then one of the other potato dishes we're actually having 3 potato dishes. So mashed potatoes, a sweet potato casserole. So I have some sweet potatoes here. I think I've got four sweet potatoes in there. That is something new. We've never had sweet potato casserole before. We used to have it when I was a kid, but it's not something that's my favorite. But Jade loves sweet potatoes and asked if we could have that. So I did get the marshmallows to put in there, and I do have everything else that goes in there already. Hash browns. These are for our, they are called crack potatoes, and it takes hash browns and sour cream and bacon bits, and then lots of cheese, and I'm trying to think I think ranch seasoning, which I already have in the cupboard, goes into those cracked potatoes, and they are Sean's favorite. So I will be making those as well. So those are my 3 potato dishes. And then we have 2 veggie dishes. One, you see the stuff here, is the green bean casserole. So I have 6 cans of the green beans, 1 can of cream of mushroom, because I already have 2 or 3 of those in my pantry. And then the French fried onions, of course, that go in there. Now, I'm also making corn casserole, but I do have all of the stuff I needed for corn casserole, so I did not have to buy any of that. There are some rolls just in case we don't make our own, but those are the sweet Hawaiian rolls that the kids love. So I bought a 24-pack of those. And then there is the yeast for those other rolls if we decide to make those. And then obviously some extra yeast because we do a lot of baking around here. I've got, let's see, it's called strawberry pretzel salad. It is something that was traditional in Sean's family, and we introduced it into our family also, and the kids love this. It takes Cool Whip and pretzels for the base, strawberries. Now, it actually calls for frozen strawberries, and I bought a large bag of those, and they were all out. So they substituted fresh strawberries instead. I'm going to have to probably cut those up, freeze them, and make do with that. Then it has cream cheese in it, and it has Jell-O in it, and I've got 2 things of Jell-O. I'm going to try to make 2 batches of it if I can. I should have enough stuff here to actually make 2 batches. And last is our pumpkin pie. So this is something we made last year. We did not make it the year before though, and so this is fairly new for us. We usually have the strawberry pretzel salad and everybody's full off of sweet things, but I am going to make a pumpkin pie. So I have the pumpkin here, and I have the ginger and the allspice, and I should have everything else in the cupboard that I need. And all of this here, which is our 3rd week of HEB order, which includes our Thanksgiving, is $403.79. So we made just a quick run to HEB, and we got just a few things here before Thanksgiving. I forgot to get the kids snacks in my grocery haul, so I picked them up some snacks, some granola bars here, some fruit and grain bars. I've got apple and blueberry. We've got some unsalted butter. We went through a lot making Jade's cakes, so I wanted to make sure we had enough for Thanksgiving, and we're going to need them for next week for Lily's birthday. We've got some snack crackers, some peanut butter and banana bars. Last time I got strawberry. I thought we'd try the banana and see what the kids think. We got a couple Gatorades. Sean drank one already. And then we got 2 energy drinks. I've got this pineapple and then one of the regular ones. The pineapple one is actually really good. Tastes kind of like pineapple juice. I've got mashed potatoes. They do not have the large boxes. So I just got 3 of the smaller boxes. Again, that's not for Thanksgiving. That is actually for a different night. Mac and cheese. They gave me only 3 small boxes in my last order, and so I needed to get 3 more so that way we could have enough for everybody. I've got some batteries here for one of Jade's birthday gifts she got. And we've got some, I almost forgot these guys, to put the turkey in for roasting it in the oven. So I got 2 of those. And then some of these, because we don't have all of our baking dishes here, they're in Omaha, most of them. I went ahead and just got some of these, and we're going to line them with parchment paper. I really don't like cooking in these foil pans. So Sean had mentioned people were putting parchment paper in them and cooking in them. So we're going to try it that way. Now, one last thing, and I'm not going to include this in my price, but I thought this was funny. Sean picked this up because he is going to send this to his mom and dad. But it is a Texas mini waffle maker, and this thing is so funny. And I love it. And so we just get a kick out of how much pride there is in Texas, and we really enjoy that. And we like to pass that along to our family. So we're going to send this to them. This right here, again, I'm not going to include the waffle maker in the price, is $60.45. We just ran to H-E-B for a little tiny order because it is Lily's birthday and I didn't have everything ready. So I usually have everything ready and I didn't. I got 2 loaves of bread. That's just for maybe toast in the morning. We seem to go through a lot of bread these days, right now anyways. She does want spaghetti for her lunch, so there's 3 bags of the spaghetti. I couldn't find a big box when we were walking through. And then tomato, onion, and garlic sauce. I've got 3 jars of that. And then I've got some buttermilk. This goes in her cake we're making. I've got 2 energy drinks here. And then she wanted for lunch some kebabs. So we're putting on apples and pineapple and Black Forest ham and oven roasted turkey. And then also cheese cubes. So Jade had those and Lily really wanted them too. So we're having that for lunch. Animal crackers, that's for the snack. So we're not going to make anything today. We're just going to do something simple like animal crackers. Let's see, unsalted butter and cream cheese. I think I have this stuff already in the fridge. I didn't want to get home and not have it, so I went ahead and picked it up. That goes in her cake. Tomorrow we're having homemade pizza and we needed just a little bit of extra mozzarella cheese, so we got that. This is her ice cream. We have actually quite a bit of ice cream in the freezer, but I let her pick out a special kind that she wanted, and she wanted mint chocolate chip. So she got that, and then she wants red velvet cake. So I've got the food coloring, so that way we have the red food dye. And then ground cinnamon. We were almost out of our cinnamon. We've been going through that a lot too. So I went ahead and got that. And then the number 9 candle, because Lily is turning 9 today. I can't believe it. This right here was $65.39. All right, it is the last week of November, and here is our H-E-B order for the end of the month. We are starting over here with breakfast, and I have my eggs that I always get. We do have our own chickens that lay eggs, just not enough. So I got 2 cartons of the 12.5 eggs. We will make multiple things with those eggs, and along with our own too. We use our own and these to supplement. So we will do things like breakfast bombs, just eggs and toast, and there's our sausage. We could do quesadillas, breakfast burritos. It's kind of whatever we're in the mood for. I tried to switch it up, but the kids really like the over easy eggs. Then I already have the oatmeal. I did not have the milk. So I got a gallon of milk. That is to have oatmeal at least once, maybe twice. So we will see, but I was almost out of brown sugar. They were actually out of the brown sugar I normally buy, so I got that brown sugar instead. Then we're going to have blueberry bagels, plain bagels, so bagels and toast. I got some bread there. I do also have some bread up in the cupboard still. So we will have some bagels and toast one day. That's just easy. It makes it really easy for us if we're having a late start in the morning. Bananas. Those are a lot of times for breakfast or snack, or those can be used for multiple things. The kids love bananas. We go through them really fast. And Christian, he likes having like a couple a day. So he loves bananas. And then one of the things I already have the ingredients for we're going to have for breakfast is sheet pan pancakes. I already have the stuff for that. So I didn't need to buy anything, which I love that. This week we're really just trying to stay cheap. So everything I'm buying here, I either had stuff already, most of it, and I'm just supplementing with the items I bought this week, or I just bought something that was cheap at the store. So we're just trying to see how cheap we could stay this week. And for lunch now, so some of this bread is for sandwiches. We are going to do ham sandwiches or turkey sandwiches, either one. We are also going to do peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I had the jelly, we needed peanut butter, so I got that. Then we can have some chips with our sandwiches. So I got the loaded baked potato, I've got the original, and then I've got the sour cream and onion potato chips. Also, Lunchables, that's one of the kids' favorites, is Lunchables. And so those are the snack crackers that we use for our Lunchables. I already had the cheese, and so I didn't need any more of the cheese. So that was another lunch. So we have turkey or ham sandwiches, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, Lunchables, then hot dogs. So I've got 2 packages of hot dogs and then hot dog buns. We haven't had hot dogs in a long time, actually. Some of this stuff you see is not super healthy, and we were trying to have a healthy month, but we kind of got off track, and with Thanksgiving and everything was so busy, and so right now we're just trying to wrap up the month, and then we will start fresh. Mac and cheese. So it takes us 6 boxes, and so I have 6 boxes of mac and cheese there. That's for a lunch. And pot stickers, those are my favorite. And a lot of times I will have those if the kids are having something that I don't necessarily want, like the mac and cheese. And then I've got a sweet potato there. That is for Logan. We are making his baby food now. Dinners. Okay, we are having chicken nuggets. These things are so awesome. It only takes me 1 bag to feed our entire family, if you can believe it. Those things are huge, and they're really good. And then we've got this ginormous bag of French fries. It is the value pack. It is 5 pounds of French fries. Can you believe that? That's a lot. So we are having that for a dinner one night. Then that right there is baked potato bar. So I have the baked potatoes. I still have a ton of potatoes left from Thanksgiving that we didn't use. And so I've got the cheese and the chili. We'll do chili cheese. We do bacon bits, which I have, sour cream, which I have, shredded cheddar, which I had all that stuff. So that was what I needed for baked potato bar. And then we are going to have mashed potatoes and gravy with chicken. And I had the mashed potatoes and the gravy. I just needed the chicken. So there that is. For another dinner, we are having tacos. Now, I'm having tacos and nachos. So some of these things can be used together. So there's the tortillas for my tacos. I always buy a 50 pack because then I can use it for other things too. One of the things we're going to have also for dinner is bean and cheese burritos. I already had the cheese and the beans, and I think I actually still have some tortillas left too, but those are just a backup for me. Okay, so the guacamole, the salsa, the olives, the lettuce, those are things that we will use on our tacos, but they're also things that we will use on our nachos too. Then the black beans, the cheese, the gourmet nacho cheese, and the chopped up tomatoes with green chilies, those are things that we will use just on the nachos. Now I bought 2 packages of the taco seasoning because we do make our own, but sometimes I'll find that I've run out, and at the last minute I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have any. I like to keep those up in the cupboard just in case I have a moment like that. So that is what those are for. And then I've got the 2 pounds of hamburger, and I've got 2 of those. So that will be 1 for nachos and 1 for tacos. And then there's our 3 bags of chips. We won't use all of those for nachos. We'll probably use at least 1, probably 1.5, and then the other ones we can use for a snack. Next, moving on to snacks. So we have the mandarin oranges, the apples, and they were out of my Red Delicious, so they substituted for Gala. The carrots, those are all snack items. And then some of these over here, I've got the animal crackers, the fruit bars, the microwave popcorn there. We also have applesauce. Those are all our snack items for the week. Then I've got 2 gallons of the distilled water. That is what we use to put in Logan's bottles. Also, the all-purpose flour. We go through flour like crazy. I really need to look into buying it in bulk. I couldn't find it at HEB. So I will have to look again. And then also last is our baby wipes, and I was almost out of those, so I grabbed another 3-pack. I really need to do a Sam's order. I just haven't had time to do one this month yet. So, but I do need to get that done. Also, our toilet paper down here, we buy one of those every week, and that ensures that we don't run out. This right here for the last week of November was $220.57. Well, I thought that I was going to have another really good month. And when I added my total up, I was like, what? I spent what? So I think it was all those little trips to the store that really made a difference, because we had not been doing that. We had been just going or doing our pickup orders once a week. But this time I kept forgetting things, or we added things, like we made the candy. And actually there's another recipe I want to make that I bought stuff for, but we haven't made it yet. I just didn't have time with the birthdays this month and Thanksgiving, and we at least got the peppermint patties made though. So I was happy about that. So do you want to know what I spent this month? $1,996.66. Whoa. That's a lot. That's almost $2,000. And I had been getting down, like, what was it? 1,600, 1,700. So I had been doing so good, but this month, definitely not. So next month, I don't know how next month is going to be. We'll probably end up doing a lot of baking, like cookies and for Christmas, and then also the Christmas dinner and things like that. So we will see. We have to travel back to Omaha at the end of December. So hopefully I can try to make things that are just inexpensive, maybe do a lot of meatless meals. This month though, I feel like I did really good the last week with the $200 week, but the weeks before that were a lot. So I'm just gonna have to try to be more cognizant. And what's interesting is that week I had where it was just $200 this last week, that week we ate kind of crappy. So we had like mac and cheese and hot dogs and things like that. So I really know how to eat inexpensive when you're not eating healthy. I have a hard time figuring out how to eat inexpensive when you're eating healthier. So I'm gonna have to try to figure that out. Maybe do a lot of maybe 2 or 3 or 4 ingredient meals, and I think I'm gonna have the kids look up recipes for that. That way, if it only has a few ingredients, I don't have much to buy, and then hopefully we will have a good month next month. So I will see you guys in our next video. Bye.